Hello! Okay, so now I just want to show you how to land the B-29 on a carrier. Now I have the big carrier here that I'm gonna land the B-29 on. This is a test flight, normal test flight. Alright. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm just gonna lighten my load as much as possible. So I'm gonna drop all my bombs. Now it's gonna get super shaky. Okay, so now I'm going a bit too high. I'm pressing the aileron control a lot. Alright, so I'm a bit fast, so I'm gonna kill the throttle. Alright, raise a bit, play with the throttle. Alright, now brake as much as possible. There we go. Play with some rudder a bit. Oh god. There we go. A beautiful landing of a B-29 on a carrier. Now let's launch this thing. So I'm gonna hold the brake, I'm gonna hold the rudder, and I'm gonna gradually throttle up so I do this really nice turn. And if I can't do it within this little radius here, I'm just gonna kill the right side engines. Actually, let me show you how to do that. So I have it set to where it will not turn on my engines again. Alright, so I'm gonna go to separate engine controls. Engine 3 off. Engine 4 off. Okay, so you can notice that those engines are now turning off. So I'm gonna go back on the brake, throttle up. Now you will need a bit more throttle this time. But it will shorten your turning circle by quite a bit, but it takes way too long. I just noticed, so I'm just gonna turn engine 3 back on, turn engine 4 back on, get back to turning. So my finger is pressing on the brake and the rudder. So full brake, full rudder. And what it will do... Alright, I'm a bit fast, Alright, there we go, brake, other rudder. So I'll just do that. Okay, so now I'm going to taxi and do another 180 back on... Oh crap. Back onto here. I don't think this elevator would actually support a B-29 in real life. Alright, so you see this little thing? I'm gonna use this to help me with my turn. Alright. Because I think it's cool. I don't need to use it, but I like it. And it makes it look better. So there we go. So there we go. A bit fast, but it's fine. Now on the brakes, because it will overshoot. Alright, down throttle. So now I want to align with this canopole. Okay, so now I'm approaching. Don't want to be launched preemptively, so I'll just slowly play with the rudder. You have to be super hybrid with your movements, super flexible. There we go. You don't really have to match it exactly like what I am doing, but I have OCD, so... Stop. There you go. Let me turn my engines off, put her on takeoff flaps, just show you how she looks like. What a beautiful plane. There we go. What a beautiful plane. I don't think you would see this on a carrier too often. But there you go. Turn the engines back on. While the engines are spooling back up, just some history for you. Simple history. B-29 is the plane that dropped the 2 nukes on Japan. and was also the base for creating the Soviet Tupolev-4, which is an exact bolt-for-bolt copy of the B-29, only from photos, actually. The Tupolev-4, I think, in my opinion, was a better plane because it had a re-engineered cooling system, as these little flaps on the engines are the cooling systems. And once the electrics on this is historical, electrics on a B-29 failed, one engine had its full radiator open, and it was creating so much drag, pulled down the plane to one side, made it crash into the ground. The pilots could do absolutely nothing. While the Tupolev-4 had a newer, redesigned cooling system. So that's just some simple history for the B-29. Put her on takeoff flaps, as you can see there. So now what you want to do, you want to hold the brake. In real life, you would not need to hold the brake. The actual catapult would hold you. Alright, so now you're going to throttle up. So what this does, basically, is that you're going to let the engines go to maximum power without taking all that space. And then it will launch you. I know it's not the perfect launch, it's not DCS, but, like, straight. But it'll launch you, 147 miles an hour. More than fast enough to make the B-29 fly. And boom. That is landing and taking off with the B-29, with some simple history in between. Thank you for watching. See you later. Adios.